All too often, we hear disturbing headlines of young women being targeted by predators. Holyoke Community College is hosting a class to help women to learn how to defend themselves. It's called RAD, or Rape Aggression Defense Training. Carolee McGrath sat down with Kellie Cournoyer, a veteran campus police officer at Mount Holyoke College, to find out more.
So RAD it stands for Rape Aggression Defense. It's a self-defense program that we teach all over. The program is interesting in its design because once you go through the program, you get a certificate, you can go anywhere in the United States and Canada and Puerto Rico for free for the rest of your life. And they are unique in offering this service to people that have taken the program. So since the program was implemented in 1989, you have about 11,000 instructors worldwide, and we have taught about 900,000 women currently here in the United States and of course overseas. Our concern is because of the statistics that we have seen with an increase in women being assaulted. So currently 1 in 6 women here in America have either been sexually assaulted or raped, completed. And that's a concern for us. We've also seen an increase in crimes against transgender people of color. So there's a 1.8% chance that they will be sexually assaulted compared to the general public. Between the ages of 12 and 34, we have seen an increase of sexually assaults happening. So by having 11,000 instructors worldwide, you can reach out to your college communities, your universities. You can also reach out to your municipalities and see if they have this program and see if anybody is instructing it and go and take it.
Tell me the kinds of practical things that you teach people, because I know there's different levels. In the first sort of session of RAD, what are the things you're teaching people?
Well, in the basic RAD, we're teaching people how to blade their body, how to remove their vulnerable locations on their body away from the perpetrator. We teach them to pay attention to their intuition because as females, we do have that where the hair in the back of your neck stands up. We encourage them to pay attention to those type of situations and pay attention to their surroundings. Yesterday I was just teaching at Mount Holyoke College and I was talking to our students saying, instead of looking down at your phones all the time, pay attention to what's going on around you because they're looking for the easy victims. If you do not seem like an easy victim, they're not going to want to assault you. They're not going to want to try and go after you. They need something easy. It's all about power. So with the RAD program, with the basic, we teach you the tools in the toolbox. How to defend yourself if you get knocked down on the ground and somebody's laying on top of you. How to defend yourself if you're knocked down on the ground and you don't want the person on top of you. So we start to talk about those what-if situations that are very concerning for a lot of females here.
So a lot of people would say, oh my gosh, but this guy is huge. There's no way I could fight him. I mean, there must be some sort of pressure points or practical places that you're going for if you're in a struggle like that.
Yeah, we hear that all the time, but what we forget is when we're in the middle of a life or death situation, that adrenaline rush is rushing through you, and you are going to do whatever it takes to make sure you get home safe.
What does that mean? What is it, whatever it takes me? What are you telling people? Bite, kick?
Well, in RAD, we do not teach you to bite, kick, scratch, or pull hair. That's not what we teach. Now, if you're out there trying to defend yourself, would you do it? Absolutely, I would too. Okay, and I've been trained in the RAD systems and also as an officer. But if I had to do that, I absolutely would. It's just as an instructor, I can't teach those particular things. But you gotta do whatever you can to make sure that you get out of that situation. We talk about verbal skills. Try and talk to them like one human being to another. Why do you wanna do this? Can't you let me go? I won't call the cops. Whatever you have to say to get yourself out of that situation, but then obviously make the phone call. Right. Because we wanna get that person off the streets. Now with the advanced program, which is the next level up, we talk about what if they have a gun, what if they have a knife? A lot of people are concerned about that because it's so prevalent in the news today of what happens during those assaults. We also teach people aerosol. So say like if you're carrying pepper spray, how to effectively spray the person in the face and run and get to safety. We also have a keychain program in RAD, which we call Kubaton, and it's a little metal rod that holds your keys. And we teach you how to use the keys and the metal rod to defend yourself.
You talked about when the more advanced training for RAD. What if somebody has a weapon?
Yes.
Does that mean that you sit there and do whatever they tell you to do? What do you instruct people to do at that point?
Well, there is techniques that we teach them in the RAD system of how to defend themselves. And it's all about the person's comfort level and how they feel they're going to be able to handle that situation. We can teach you how to disarm a person with a knife or a gun. But it's all about what you feel comfortable with that's going to help you survive at the end of the day.
Because I think people would say, oh my gosh, there's no way I'm going to disarm this person. So if this person is pointing a weapon at me, I'm going to go with this person in the car. Not a good idea.
Not a good idea. No, never a good idea. But you can sit there and make them think that you're going to go with them. And then you just scan your surroundings. Is there another exit? Can you draw somebody's attention? Can you get eye contact and let them know that you need help? And start yelling help or yell fire. We do tell our students don't yell rape because odds are people really don't want to come and assist in those particular situations. But if you yell fire, everyone's going to be checking it out to see what's going on. So it's all about verbalization. We call it verbal judo, that we tell people to use because then it empowers you and it gets your mind thinking because we don't know what we're going to do in those life or death situations until sadly it happens.
And typically, somebody who's coming after you doesn't want a scene, right? They're looking for a
They
quick,
want the easy victim. They want to be able to grab you and take off running, or they want to be able to drive up on you and scare you. And if you're not paying attention to your surroundings and you go to call the campus police department or local police department and we're asking you questions, what did they look like? I don't know.
Right.
What were they driving? I don't know. What was a license plate, like even partial numbers? I don't know. So this is why we start with the safety tips when we're teaching the program. Pay attention to your surroundings. That is so essential. And eye contact. You may feel a little uncomfortable like having eye contact with somebody that you don't know, and we have seen an increase in that with social skills, but you're taking that power away from them because if you start looking at the person from head to toe.
I'm going to remember you.
And
he knows.
I know you.
Yes, and he knows that you're going to remember him.
Yes.
I think
and
that's
I have to also say, too, that, yes, we always talk about males as aggressors, but statistically, women are becoming just as aggressive as males. We have seen an increase in that. So you could be assaulted by somebody who's a female, and that would probably surprise you. It would surprise me that somebody was, another female was attacking me, but it could happen.
Talk a little bit about the program that you have for kids. I think that's really interesting because, it used to be that kids would just, go outside, play with whoever, be gone for hours and hours. We don't do that anymore because of the obvious concern about kidnappings and stranger danger. What do you teach kids in that situation, that very situation of what if they have a weapon? How do you instruct them?
But in those particular situations, kids feel like they don't have enough power because they're trying to fight against an adult. But it's all about verbalization with them. We also say, because some of them are so mobile, you can just pick them up, pepper, go after their eyes, kick them, yell, "You're not my mom, you're not my dad." Draw attention because people still pay attention when kids start screaming. In those particular situations with weapons, the kids are taught to use their verbalization. They're taught to, "Help, he's got a gun," or "Help, she's got a knife," or something along those lines. Sadly, it's going to happen is, are they going to try and take them out of the store? Can we get somebody from an employee to lock it down before they exit out of the building? What have you.
But you give them the same direction that we were just talking about with adults. If they're pointing a weapon at you and they say, "Come with me," is the answer always no way? I mean, you're going to fight your way out of that one way or the other because whoever it is, male or female, they don't have your best interest at heart. So if you go with them or you don't, you're kind of rolling the dice.
You are. Either way you are. But
either way, they might, kill you in the end. You hate to say that.
You don't really know. And sadly, when we have these conversations with kids and we're talking to them and we have somebody come in and they wear different outfits, and how would you sit there and contact your police department and let them know what the person is wearing? How can you leave a mark on them? So this way, if you call the police and you can say, "I scratched their face," you're going to see blood marks on the left side of their cheeks or something along those lines. Or "I hit them in the eyes," or the eyes were bleeding, or whatever identifying marks that you can leave on the person is going to help the police that much more.
But you tell the kids to run.
We always tell the kids to run.